Good afternoon, good evening. The real E-Leezy. How y'all doing today? I want to talk about Steph Curry. Steph Curry, the Finals MVP, two-time regular season MVP, four-time NBA champion. He showed up and showed out last night. You know what I'm saying? And that's what great players do. That's what superstar players do. And Steph Curry is just that. You can talk about Giannis, you can talk about Luca, you can talk about Joker, you can talk about all these other players around the NBA, right? But nobody is greater at their craft than Steph Curry. Nobody works harder at their craft than Steph Curry's. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I mean, you can hate it, you can love it. I mean, you do what you want with it, but Steph Curry is that guy. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I don't care what nobody says. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry is the best player in the league, along with Jason Tatum, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually break down players' games and what they do well versus what they don't do well. And people are going to be like, oh, well, he has hella turnovers and oh, he can't do nothing. When they trap him, then what? Oh, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But for Steph Curry to be, what, 6'2", if that, uh, about a buck 85, buck 90 now, and know he put on some weight. You know what I'm saying? To do everything that he does and doesn't even get benefits of a lot of calls. He gets fouled, grabbed, bumped a lot. And we seen him act uncharacteristically last night to a call in which he drew the defender, Kevin Herter. I mean, not Kevin Herter, but it was Malik Monk. And he drew the contact and hit it off the backboard. And he didn't foul him, but he got up and was like, and he came so aggressively towards the referee. And that was the first year referee. He didn't make that call, so he's gonna have to learn. So he came towards him in an aggressive manner, like call a foul. He was aggressive, and the referee kind of got intimidated and scared, like Steph Curry was about to like take off on him, and he backed up and he just called a tech. But I could tell that that referee was feeling that pressure. Those players, it's certain players in the NBA. You know what they call? You get the superstar treatment. Steph Curry should have got that foul call, and that referee blew it. And he's going to remember that the next time he officiates Steph Curry's games, he's going to have to give him some calls, period. Because you know how that goes in the NBA. You get the superstar call, so I don't want to hear anything. But um, that's what it is, man. Great win by the Warriors. Well deserved, much needed. Hopefully that can give them momentum going into their next couple games and they can build off of this. The young guys can get confidence and you know what I'm saying, the guys that didn't play all that much against Sacramento can stay ready and have that mindset that, you know, my number can be called at any given moment and I have to be ready. So go back to practice, go back to film, go back to the drawing board, do your work, you know what I'm saying? Then put in extra work, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you become great. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a passion and a love for the game, then um, I anticipate, you know, those guys taking that type of approach. So um, it is what it is. You know, Dubs get the win, and you know, shout out to Steph. Shout out to Steph. I also want to talk about the last 2 minute report after the game in which the league and league officials and they go back and they do and go over it like an overview of late game calls and things that probably could have went the other way. They need to get rid of that because it makes no sense. If you're not gonna call it correct on the floor, what sense does it make at the next day to say, oh, we got that call wrong? No shit, no duh. Like if you're gonna do that, you might as well just review all of the questionable calls during the game, which is gonna prolong the game and it's gonna be fucking boring and shit. That's the whole part of games being rigged. And games, a lot of games be rigged in the Warriors' favor, and a lot of games be rigged against the Warriors. Like, you know what I'm saying? And last night, Klay Thompson fouled Kevin Herter, and I seen it in live. Like, I seen it live, not at the game, but obviously while watching on television. And I was like, that's a foul. Klay Thompson fouled him, and Klay Thompson should have been nowhere near the guy on that shot. But the referee, guess what? He's right there standing next to the play. And that's shit that they look for at the end of games. Late game foul, late game travel, you know what I'm saying? Certain things like that. But to get that wrong, excuse me, to get that wrong when that's something that you look for in late games, how do you get it wrong and then after the game say, "Oh, I was wrong"? That makes no sense. I mean, it ain't like we can change the outcome of the game. You're just gonna go into another situation and call a wrong, fucked up call, and then come out and say, "Oh shit, we got that wrong too." So you guys have to understand the art of rigging games. You know, these referees and these officials, players, everybody plays a part in these games being rigged. The mafioso is over this shit. It's too much money invested in this shit, bro, for the games not to be rigged. You know what I'm saying? What if hella people had Sacramento on the money line? You know what I'm saying? And took that and bet like hella money on that. Damn it. And bet hella money on that. What if that happened? You know what I'm saying? That game could have potentially went to overtime. Sack could have, you know what I'm saying, probably pulled it out. Or for the players that, for the people who had the Warriors minus a certain point spread, I think the spread was 8 or 7.5. What if it goes to overtime and the Warriors end up covering the original spread of the game? See, you see what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes into these games being fucked up from an officiating standpoint, and then players knowing certain spreads and coming out not really giving maximum effort or not playing hard. You know what I'm saying, at different junctures of the game. So, um, but it is what it is, man. Like the NBA need to get rid of that stupid ass 2 minute report. Don't let us know. Do that shit behind the scenes, but don't, you know what I'm saying, put that information out for the public because it does really does nothing for nobody involved in the situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? It does nothing for the people on the court, the teams, coaches, players, organizations. It does nothing for the fans, you know what I'm saying? And it does nothing for the betters. You see what I'm saying? That shit really doesn't help anybody at all. So, um, I think that we need to, uh, we need to, get rid of that stupid ass 2 minute report. That shit is stupid. St- Also, I'm gonna touch on, Kyrie met with Adam Silver. According to Sham, I don't listen to none of these motherfucking mainstream uh, media outlets and different writers and shit because they report information, but they always twist the truth. You see what I'm saying? From what Sham reported, um, I guess Adam Silver and Kyrie Irving had a productive meeting. You know what I'm saying? We really don't know how productive and what that looks like and what it entails. But from what this guy is reporting, it was productive. To be honest with you, I don't see how it can be productive when if the only way it can be productive is if Kyrie submitted and say, I'm gonna do all of these things, all of that stuff that I said I don't feel. You know what I'm saying? So that would mean Kyrie would have to go against literally everything he stands for. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I have a hard time imagining him doing that because he already came out publicly and said, this is not about the money. So, what if his love of the game outweighs, you know what I'm saying, his rights and his morals as a human being, then that's a little shaky as well. You know what I'm saying? You can have a passion and a love for the game, and you can still stand on what's right and have morals and integrity. You know what I'm saying? And stand up for what you believe in. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm totally in full support of Kyrie Irving if he's on that side of the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the game, I mean, basketball and sports isn't the end all be all. It provides us entertainment. It gives us an outlet, you know what I'm saying, to do and accomplish certain things in life that we probably wouldn't be able to accomplish without it. But at the end of the day, you're still human. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's still real world issues going on around you every day. And if you're connected to the right source, then that's gonna touch home, and you know what I'm saying, and you're gonna be a little bit more compassionate and have empathy for those who've been affected by certain injustices, you know what I'm saying, of the world and things like that. So hopefully Kyrie can, go out on his terms, and and if he doesn't play another NBA game, you know what I'm saying? I can appreciate everything that he gave to the game. You know what I'm saying? On and off the court. Like real talk. Like you feel what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be mad. Um, I mean, I would be, disappointed, and I would be mad only at how the system is trying to tear this brother down. But outside of that, bro, I mean, he have nothing to hang his head on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kyrie did everything, won a championship, multiple All Stars. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, playing the game at a high level, competed in the Olympics, played with Kobe, his idol. You know what I'm saying? He did everything, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he can embark on a different journey. Like, you know what I'm saying? And be okay with that. And I'm fine with that as well. So, um, I mean, that's just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot more to say. Uh, but I'll save that, for another video. But I hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is having a blessed day and a blessed week for that matter. It's only the second day of the week, but um, make sure y'all get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're pushing that vote locally because that's where it really counts. You know what I'm saying? It's in the voting locally. You know what I'm saying? Like things that impact you around your neighborhood, your cities, your surrounding areas that you are a part of, and communities. Because voting on a bigger scale of things for federal, it's a little bit different. There's more hit like agendas when it comes to that. But if you're voting, you know what I'm saying, your state and your local offices, and you're voting for different people to be juggled around, you know what I'm saying, who might have an impact directly on the things that um, impact you, then you know what I'm saying, I encourage everybody to do so and vote. You know what I'm saying? Me particularly, I didn't participate this time around. Normally I do vote, but for my own reasons, I just didn't partake in local voting this time around though. So I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see how things develop. We'll see if things change. You know what I'm saying? Because it's bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's bad, and I don't really see anything changing anytime soon. I mean, I feel we do have a voice, but it's only so much that our voice can get us. If it's not really on their lines and on their terms, then our voice really means nothing, because at the end of the day, they still have the say so to do what they want to do, because guess what? They made the laws, and they have a right, or they don't have a right, but they're privileged. They have a certain privilege and a certain ranking where they feel like they can break their own laws and not be reprimanded for it. At least not be reprimanded in the same way or the same fashion as their counterparts, or other race of people. So um, just make sure that whatever you do, whatever decision that you make, is the best one for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell nobody what to believe in. I'm not going to tell nobody who to follow or whatever. But make sure you're comfortable with whatever it is that you need, that's directly going to have an impact on you and your future and your family and their future and your children, and things of that nature. So, um, God bless all my people, man. And you already know, man, I don't talk just to talk. You already know. But love, live life, smile, cry, laugh, bro. Real E-Leezy salute.